What up YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a tour of my home, work, and play setup, aka the battle station. This is where I do my creative work, whether it's design, photo editing, video editing, and the likes. It's also where I game. You know, during the pandemic, I've spent a ton of time in here, and in the process, I picked up an old hobby, PC gaming. I stream about once a week on Twitch, so if you want to hang out there, link is below. For development work and also, you know, lighter web browsing and sort, sometimes I use my MacBook Pro, and I've got a little minimal MacBook Pro workstation that I'll save for another video. So I'll be going into a lot of detail in this video. I'm excited to hang out together. Let's get to it. Let's start with the floor lamp. Why not? This is a Caprani floor lamp. It's a very elegant mid-century piece that my fiance was eyeing and obsessing over forever. They're very hard to find, and now it's also one of two that we own. The other one we have in our living room. That's a bit of a sophisticated touch to this otherwise nerdy and techie space, so I like it. The snake plant here is from Leon and George, and the other plant is a cheap fake plant from Amazon, but it works for now. The desk and cabinet combination is from Article. The desk is the Madeira oak desk. It's 71 inches wide. It's made of American white oak wood and powder coated metal accents. It's very well built. I love the design, specifically the back of it, which features a hidden cable management cabinet, which is nice. Complementing the desk is the Madeira oak filing cabinet, where you can find a bunch of hard drives, accessories, writing tools, cleaning supplies, and a bunch of other random things inside of it. The chair is the Embody from Herman Miller. I can't say enough good things about this chair, and I love Herman Miller in general. The back of the chair is designed to mimic a human's back with a central spine and flexible ribs. The idea behind this is to be able to adjust the backrest in a way that allows you to position it in line with your spine's natural curve. It looks amazing and it's highly functional. For $1,500, it may not fit in everyone's budget, and I don't know that it's $750 better than the Aeron or other similar high-end chairs. So let's move on to the 3 screens you'll find in this setup, 4 if you include the iPad. Let's start with the QLED Frame TV by Amazon. I have the 55-inch version. This TV is often referred to as the art TV because it's designed to look like a frame, featuring a no-gap wall mount which keeps it flush to the wall, and also features customizable bezels for it to complement your space perfectly. The main feature is art mode, where for $5 a month you have access to a large curated selection of art. Cool part about this is that the TV detects the ambient light, and the sensor automatically balances the TV's brightness and color tone for natural illumination. This makes the art look very realistic, and in some examples the texture of the work from certain angles, it really does look real. I do pay $5 a month for the art mode, but honestly, while I'm working, I usually have this thing set to YouTube or Netflix, so at a price of around $1,400, this TV was probably not the right choice for the space, but will look great in our future living area, foyer, guest room, wherever it may end up. I also have my eye on the LG GX series for my next place. My main monitor is a 27-inch LG monitor. The model number is below. It's a 1080p monitor with an IPS display, 240 Hz, and a millisecond response time, which makes it a monster for gaming. It's NVIDIA G-Sync compatible, and at $350, I think it's pretty good bang for the buck. It supports Visa mounting, so I have it mounted to the wall, which I think looks much cleaner. Where this monitor does not excel, however, is in photo, video, and design work. That's where my second monitor comes in clutch. It's also an IPS monitor from LG. It's 4K with a refresh rate of 60 Hz, and I have it in portrait resolution since recently I've been doing a ton of UI work for our suite of apps. Currently here, I'm working on redesigning the Shapes tool in our design app, Design Lab. On my secondary monitor, you'll usually find Discord, WhatsApp, OBS Studio, or whatever it might be. By the way, these live wallpapers that you're looking at right now, they're from Wallpaper Engine. It's an app you can find for under $5 on Steam. It's really cool. There's a massive collection of live wallpapers, and you can filter by resolution, multiple monitor setups, colors, etc. I think it looks good, and you can set it so that if you're running a full screen program, the animation's paused, so it won't require any processing power when you don't want it to. So let's move on over to the PC. I built this around 6 months ago. It's the second PC I've ever built, and I love the process of doing so. The case is a H510 Elite from NZXT. It's about $150, and I think it's extremely stylish. So let's go ahead and take off the tempered glass and show you what's inside. I got to be careful here. The first time I took this thing off, I accidentally shattered it. That was no fun. For the graphics card, I'm running a GeForce 2080 Ti. I built this PC just before the 3000 series was released, considering getting a 3080 or 3090, but I don't really need it. I might get 10 to 20 more FPS while gaming, so I'm happy to wait for the next gen. This thing is powered by a Ryzen 9 3950X. That CPU is underneath this liquid cooler, which is the NZXT Kraken Z63. One of the cool things about this cooler is that in the NZXT Cam app, you can set the LCD display to any GIF of your choice, but you can also switch it to monitor your CPU, GPU temperatures, loads, and clock speeds. The RGB power cables are the Lian Li Streamer Plus 24-pin and 8-pin. The memory is G.Skill Trident Z Neo. I have 4 sticks of 16 gigabytes each for a total of 64 gigabytes worth of RAM. For storage, I have a Samsung M2 1TB Evo and a 1TB SSD. The power supply is from Thermaltake, and the motherboard is the MSI Meg X570 Ace. I'll list all of these parts in the description in case you're interested. So let's talk about audio. The monitors are the Fluence AI40Ws. I purchased these around 8 months ago and they ran me about $200, which I think is a fantastic price for them. For a small room in an apartment, these are everything that I need. I'm not doing any audio engineering work. I don't need anything excessive. I usually have these paired to the RTV while listening to YouTube, and they sound amazing for that. In my future home, I'll most likely be getting some KEF speakers. If you know, you know. The LS50s are the ones that I got my eye on. For my headphones, I use the Sony WM-1000 XM3s. These headphones need no introduction. The hype behind them is real. They sound fantastic. The noise canceling is best in class. These are the headphones I game with, I listen to music with, and you will not catch me on a flight without them. Sony really did knock it out of the park with this line of headphones. I've been thinking about getting the Sennheiser HD 800s, but honestly, I'm just so happy with these that for now, there's no need. My main microphone is the classic, the Shure SM7B. It's another piece of tech that needs no introduction. The mic offers a full warm sound, and you'll find this mic in just about every music studio around the world, as well as in some of the top podcasting setups like Joe Rogan's. I'm very happy with this microphone. It's incredibly versatile. I run it through a cloud lifter, which is an inline preamp because the mic is voltage hungry, and then into my Focusrite 2i2 audio interface. I also have the Neumann TLM 102. It's actually the mic I'm using to record this right now. It is a large diaphragm condenser mic, which I also love. The keyboard I use is actually not the one that I showed in the intro, which is the Keychron K2. I use the SteelSeries Apex Pro, which has OmniPoint adjustable switches and an OLED smart display. I actually use it over the Keychron just because I enjoy the extra keys. I'm a big user of hotkeys, and also I like having the volume control right on the keyboard as well. The Keychron is a nice keyboard. Sometimes I use it with my Mac. I've got the Gateron red switches on it, although I think I do prefer the Gateron blue switches to any other. If you're interested in getting a mechanical keyboard, maybe get a switch tester like this one from Amazon first, and make sure you get the sound and the tactile feel that you're after. For my mouse, if I'm doing creative work, I use the Logitech MX Master 2. This is a mouse that, like the Shure SM7B or the Sony XM3s, it requires no introduction. It is the go-to mouse in just about every setup I see, that or the newer version, the 3s, and for good reason. It's incredibly ergonomic, and I think it is well worth it at $100. For gaming though, I use the Logitech G502 just because I like the slimmer profile a little bit better, although I kind of wish I opted for a wireless version like the G Pro or the G604. Maybe I'll just get it. My webcam is the Logitech Brio 4K. It's about $200, and for that price, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. You know, the picture quality is great. I think the design is fine. Overall, if I had one word to review this camera with, is that it's just fine. You know, I use it for Zoom calls and streaming, and it does the job. Now, the Elgato Stream Deck, this is a piece of tech I absolutely adore. And the Stream Deck is basically a glorified hotkey device, programmatical LCD keys, which is a game changer for streaming, gaming, or otherwise. Being able to switch from scene to scene at the press of a button can really optimize your workflow. I also have all my lighting mapped to it, as well as a quick mute key and some other audio options. And there's so much more you can do with the Stream Deck. It might deserve its own product review one day. For lighting, I've got two Elgato Keylight Airs. I think they're very well priced and extremely well designed. These lights come with a control center where you can control their white balance and brightness. Behind the desk, I've got two Philips Hue play lights, as well as a light strip on the back of the desk, and underneath I've got another play light, all controlled via my iPhone or Stream Deck. To cap off the workspace, I've got my Cristiano Ronaldo and Kobe Bryant jerseys, two of my favorite athletes ever, Kobe being my lifelong idol. Rest in peace, bro. We miss you. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the tour of my workspace. Make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be changing this place up a lot. And in our next home, I'm going to be building out the dream studio. You're not going to want to miss that. Also, I got a minimal MacBook Pro workstation that I want to share with you guys in one of my next videos. You don't want to miss that either. If you liked this video, like this video, you know where the button is. It's somewhere down here if you're on your device. I don't have to explain it to you, but I do want to let you know that it helps tremendously with the algorithm. I'd really appreciate that. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I try to post there every day, at least on my stories. Finally, let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Also, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask me. I'm here to answer every single one of them. That's it. Catch you later, baby. Got the mic off and everything now, it's just me and you, but how do you like my pandemic haircut, huh? I'm cutting it myself. $30 and I got you. I'll give you a haircut of your own, huh?